essentially, you're going to learn along the way through trial and error. Ashok Pandit, you don't seem too convinced.
Exactly.
Ashok Pandit, you don't seem too convinced.
Maruk, I am amazed with Mr. Pandey, who's trying to, support and justify what Prashant Bhushan said. Earlier, Prashant Bhushan, when he used to issue these statements as a lawyer, we never bothered. Now he is representing a political party which has done very well, and they are ruling the capital of this country, Delhi. And it's high time that these people, like Prashant Bhushan, take up the responsibility and the importance of this country. Mr. Prashant Bhushan, as a lawyer, should understand that there is an elected, democratically elected government in J&K. People have voted this government, and this government will decide in the center and in J&K whether army is required in J&K or in the valley or not. I would have loved Mr. Prashant Bhushan if he would have spoken about the human rights violation of on the security forces. I have never heard Prashant Bhushan talking about it. I have never heard Prashant Bhushan talking about the massacre and killings of Kashmiri Pandits in Kashmir, innocent Muslims in Kashmir, and all the terrorist activities. Is Prashant Bhushan an official spokesperson of Hurriyat Conference, ISI, Pakistan, or is a senior member of Aam Aadmi Party? He has to realize, and it's very important for Arvind Kejriwal ji to take a stand and tell the nation what does he have to react on this referendum statement of Mr. Prashant Bhushan. It is totally anti-national statement of Mr. Prashant Bhushan. And I, as a Kashmiri Pandit, I as a Kashmiri, I as an Indian,
Mr. Pandit, let's get
uncalled statement of Mr. Prashant Bhushan.
No, let's get Dilip Pandey to respond to that. You made some serious charges there. Dilip Pandey.
Mr. Pandit, if there's two things. One is, honesty is not measured in decibels. So don't go in a way that whatever we are doing is all anti-constitutional or anti-national. If there is anything which is against the constitution, I would request you to go to the court and file a case against us. That is first thing. And there hasn't been...
but Dilip Pandey, let me add to that. Dilip Pandey, 1 second. Let me add to that. Dilip Pandey,
don't talk like a politician.
Let me get in here at this point. Gentlemen, let me get in at this point. I want to ask Dilip Pandey one question.
You talk
and file a case against us. What I'm trying to make it clear is that Aam Aadmi Party has made it clear that there should not be any referendum if it is a matter of national security. So
okay, but Mr. Pandey, let me add to the question.
Politician now.
Mr. Pandey, let me ask. Ashok Pandit, we want the audience, we want viewers to understand what both you gentlemen are saying. If I can intervene at this point and ask Mr. Dilip Pandey. Mr. Dilip Pandey, many are going to ask why the Aam Aadmi Party has been silent all along, whether it comes to US-India relations, China, our immediate neighbor Pakistan, whether it is about Naxalism, issues of foreign policy, larger economic decisions and economic strategy. On all these issues, the Aam Aadmi Party has been strangely silent. On quotas, and that is where this debate is headed. When are we going to have the Aam Aadmi Party? Are there going to be random comments made by individuals from the Aam Aadmi Party and then the larger party defending that? Dilip Pandey, and then I'll come to you, Nalin Kohli.
Maruk, didn't I just tell you that we accept that we are a new political party and we are consulting, we have formed various committees to form parties' view on different issues which are important and which are in national interest. So it doesn't mean that if you don't have parties' view on a particular matter, it doesn't mean that we are not going to have it ever. And by 30th of March, we are going to have our views in public on all the issues which are important, which are of national importance. So give us some time. We recently fought state election and we studied all the matters which are important for citizens of Delhi. Now we are getting into national arena and we'll do it.
Okay. Let me ask the BJP. The BJP has been going hammer and tongs, Nalin Kohli. The top guns from the BJP came out and questioned Prashant Bhushan's statement, saying that it was based on populism, referendum and national issues of national security cannot simply be allowed, so on and so forth. Now, when Narendra Modi spoke in Jammu and Kashmir, his first rally there, he spoke about a debate on Article 370. And it had the entire, again, the top guns of the BJP scurrying around almost in a confused state. Because Narendra Modi had gone away from the stated position of the party. Today, Prashant Bhushan made a comment. Arvind Kejriwal came out and said that this is Prashant Bhushan's personal opinion.
Well, I hope I get sufficient time because both of them are not connected. They're different issues. Let's go one by one. And let's start with the Aam Aadmi Party. I think what we've heard from Mr. Dilip Pandey makes it even more worrisome because what we heard is an absolutely outlandish, dangerous and an anti-national statement, if I may say, from Mr. Prashant Bhushan on Jammu and Kashmir. As Mr. Pandit said, it almost represents the stance of Pakistan and the ISI and the separatists in the valley. Second point is, this is another dangerous trend we are seeing with the Aam Aadmi Party. Oh, we can commit these mistakes because we are young and we'll go ahead. So therefore, in the meantime, if we give away India's national security, strategic interests, no problem. We are a young party, so we are entitled to learn. We are still suffering the ills of Pandit Nehru's policy on Jammu and Kashmir for almost 65 years. And the Aam Aadmi Party is hoping to say that we can also suffer more problems. I think let's look at the Aam Aadmi Party in totality. Mr. Kejriwal wrote a letter to the Chief Minister of UP saying that I will not like to pay the taxes of my society and collect it myself, which is what the Maoists say. This is about 6-8 months ago. Mr. Prashant Bhushan has spoken about Jammu and Kashmir and spoken about the army on referendum. By the same logic of referendum, and this is a serious question I'm asking, if people in this, if a segment of society says, let's legalize marijuana, so will you do a referendum on legalize marijuana? If prostitution, let's have a referendum and legalize it. What kind of stance is this being spoken of? I think the Aam Aadmi Party is becoming a victim of its own rhetoric. And an Aam Aadmi Party is not focusing on what it was elected for,
Ashok Pandit,
which is fighting
no,
corruption.
I'll come to Ashok Pandit.
And the second question,
I'll come to you because I want to get Anand Gadgil also in. You have very carefully avoided the question.
No, I was answering it. No, I'm answering it. Take it on record.
No, because you've gone into this long answer.
No, take it on the record, Maru. No, I don't want any confusion. Mr. Narendra Modi raised a straight point on Article 370.
Why was the BJP so worried then?
No, there was no worry. I was on debate.
Going against the stated position of...
Madam, you are misunderstanding it. The question is simple and we've not got an answer.
Okay.
Does
but
Mr.
I want
Omar...
to get Anand
No, I'll answer it. Then you take the question so that you
very
can't
short,
say...
Very short. I have to go to
30
Mr.
seconds,
Gadgil
ma'am.
also.
30 seconds. Mr. Modi raised the point clearly that under Article 370, women and men do not enjoy the same status as in the rest of India. Straightforward question. He gave the example of the Chief Minister and his sister, and the legal position is exactly what he stated.
We are asking the larger issue of Article 370 can be debated by the legislature, not in an open rally, first of all. And secondly, it has been under the Constitution. Under the Constitution that any changes to Article 370 can be made. Similarly, many will say that what Prashant Bhushan has said, many human rights activists are also saying that.
Certainly the Maoists can say that, separatists can say that, ISI can say that, Pakistan can say that.
He's talking about the people of Jammu and Kashmir.
The stand that he has taken, each one of these can take it. Are you going to justify?